Okay, we've been 6 days in a deep freeze. I mean, a bad freeze, and I covered my garden. Oh Lord, a lot of stuff don't look happy anymore. But I covered my garden with those row covers, freeze protection, row covers, and just gonna give you a quick tour. I just uncovered these, and oh Lord, it made a mess. This is my lettuce, and some of them look like the romaines look like they survived. The greens over there don't look too happy. The celery don't look too happy. Over here, I had a lot of romaine lettuce, and they're pretty much toast. Look at that, just toast. Look at that one, toast. Bye bye. This looked like it took a really bad hit. This bin here. All the celery looks sick and gone. I'm pretty sure that's done. It's toast. Yeah, they're toast. The greens look like they're toast, but they look like they'll come back. I think the greens will come back according to what I read. So these greens look like they did a little better in little baskets in the grow bags than they did in the ground. Now I think what helped these greens out were that they're so tightly grown, packed together, that they didn't take too much of a hit. But kind of happy about that. I felt like I should have picked this crop before the storm hit, because I just knew I lost them. But the texture of the leaf still feels pretty good. So I like to see these stand up. I'm thinking maybe they're leaning over because they were covered. Oh, look at that. The onions, by the way, they look very happy. Oh, I got a head of cabbage right here. I'm jumping, I know I am. There's a head of cabbage in there. The cabbage survives. The leaves don't look that bad also. But that's my onions right there. White onions, and those yellow onions there, and white onions there. But they look pretty happy. And this celery don't look as bad as the celery from the other bin. They feel kind of strong. But we'll see. I'm going to leave them alone. We got a rain coming in on Thursday. And I'm going to see what the rain does. Will it perk everybody back up? And greens don't look too happy, but not bad. Head of cabbage here exposed. The leaves and went over. This one is a baby cabbage. I packed them in there together. There's a nice size head that grew since the storm. Small head. That ain't such a bad head neither. And it look like spots or something on it. I don't know what the hell that is. But we'll see if these leaves open back up. And the broccoli just looks sick. Look at that broccoli. Look at the leaves on the broccoli. Just terrible. Terrible, terrible, terrible. And I had just cut the broccoli heads off, and I'm glad I did. I got the heads before this nonsense. Although these heads don't look that bad. So I don't know if I'm gonna leave it alone and see if some florets will still actually grow, or whether I'm gonna just start all over. Over here I got an onion in the ground. This was, and it probably still is, a garlic. This one over here, it's a garlic. These were spinach. Look at that. They going bye-bye. It was one. And then these were my greens, my other greens. So these Champion and Southern, Georgia Southern mix or something. I know that most of them Champion. These were, what was the name of these doggone greens? They were Blue Magic. Blue Magic greens. And those were all Southern. That one right there that had grew very huge was Southern also, Georgia Southern. So none of them look happy. So I'm about to uncover these two over here. Sorry about the camera movement, but I wanted to bring you along. I don't have a tripod out here right now. And we're going to uncover this stuff and see what we find. What kind of damage I'm going to find under here. Well, I had my potatoes under here, my baby gold potatoes. I peeked under here a couple of days ago while it was still freezing cold out here, and they were all gone. The leaves were just gone. But I know that I read that they would, if the potatoes that's down the ground, or they had enough energy stored, they would send up some more shoots. So we'll see. In 10 to 14 days, I think I read, the tubers. I couldn't even get it out. I'm just so sick. Ooh, look at that broccoli head right there. That's all that made it. Look at that. And that one made it too. Can you see it? I know the sun is glaring out here. It's really sunny. But you can see that's a hot mess in there. Well, the only thing that looked like it survived easily, which is amazing, is this. This is all spinach, and I just broadcast planted it. As a matter of fact, you see one against the thing right there? Because I just threw the seeds down in here. Look at that. See them? And I had a spinach under here too. Look, there's one right there. Do I got it on camera? Yes, it's so shaded over here. You can barely see. But that's the spinach. It survived. But it looks like the spinach can survive a freeze. Although I don't see the label for the spinach in here anymore. I guess it blew away. So I know I got a pack in the house of what kind of spinach this was. But I can't give you a name. I think it's Fairy Morse. But the label is gone. The label is missing. I don't see it in here. Wow. I guess I'll eventually find it. And this was potatoes. Potatoes. They're take your pick. Potatoes, potatoes. They wanted them now. But let's hope we get some shoots. And hopefully this stuff here that's all jacked up, I'll leave it and let it go back into the soil and feed the soil. You know what I mean? Composting in place. And I never did separate this onion thing. And I was actually going to use these for chopped onion, But it don't look like it's going to happen now. They're going bye-bye too. And the next couple onions that I put in the ground, make sure I separate this so they can make one onion if they're going to make one. But not total devastation, but it don't look good. Okay. So let's get this one apart. Oh, Lord. Let's see what we got under here. I covered this stuff, and the wind was blowing so hard the first day that the thing came through, it pretty much blew all the coverage. I had to come out here in the freezing cold and tie this stuff back down. And it was terrible. But look at those greens. Let me get out the daggone. Let me get out the sun, sorry. But that's what you got. The greens look like they're the ones that can take it all. And again, these are Bonnie's Blue Magic, if I remember right. All my tags are gone now. They blew away. But it's Bonnie's Blue Magic, and some of these leaves don't look very happy. But I think once I pick some of them leaves out the way, it'll be some new ones that's ready to take their place. And this broccoli looks sick over here too. Just fried the broccoli leaves, that cold weather. Look at that. Just fried them. They got the nerve to have a couple of heads on them still. But just fried them, just totally garbage. Total devastation. This here, still standing. That's the garlic too. So I still got some garlic standing. But One thing I did do, all my plants that I had in the grow bags, besides those couple with there, I did a little experiment, got to admit, to see. I figured if they was greens, brassicas, they would be able to, they should be able to survive out here, and they did. So they did pretty good in them grow bags. I wasn't expecting that at all. But if I back up, got a surprise. I was able to save my potatoes that's in the grow bag. All my potatoes that's in the grow bag, and it's potatoes down in those bags too. I had to add more dirt to cover those potatoes. They started pushing up out the bag. And my green pepper plant, that's been going since last May. Look at that. There's one right there. And I did have one under here somewhere. Yeah, right there. Where's he at? Point to him. Right there. Even though small and it has some white flowers that is getting ready to turn into a pepper if it ever get a chance. So I still got my cayenne pepper plants. They're still alive. Here's one that's actually red. Where's that guy at? That one is ready to be picked. Sorry about the sun glare. We got some green ones. We got plenty of peppers on there. Looks like all the plants made it. The orange tree right there, still standing. The chives. The curled parsley. The basil, the sweet basil. Flat parsley. Even the ginger. And my champions right here. Look how big that head is. Big old head. The cabbage. They're still happy. See that? I put them all in the garage. My oregano. Look at that oregano. Happy. And my explosive pepper plants. Makes good hot sauce. Look at down there. They're still happy. That one is happy. You can see the leaves all nice and green. Got my leeks. I didn't put them in the garden yet because I was trying to wait for all this crap to go by and my German thyme. And this is another orange tree that I'm waiting to put in a big container till it grows up a little more. So half of my garden, a small percentage that I was able to move, is in good shape. So I'm thinking maybe next winter, my next winter garden, I know what I'm gonna grow and what I'm not going to grow. What will survive, and if I want to grow something that I think won't survive, I'm going to put it in a grow bag, and that way I can take it and put it inside in the garage. I had some grow lights in the garage on a timer, and I would have it come on at 7 a.m. and go off at around about 7 p.m. 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. every day. The grow light would come on and go off. And I would come out and I would turn my heater on. I had a heater in the garage that would warm it up. And I think the average temperature I was maintaining was about 50 degrees in the garage. I checked the temperature of all these containers, and they were about 54 degrees, the soil temperature. So, I mean, that seemed to have done the trick. So anyway, this is all part of gardening, and it's a learning experience for me, and I'll do next year. In the meanwhile, I look at it this way. I got some empty areas. I can get ready for my spring garden. I checked the almanac, the farmer's almanac. I think it said the last freeze would probably be like February 18th or something like that. Last chance of spring freeze. So that's about 7 to 8 weeks from now. So I'm gonna go ahead and get me some seeds started and go from there. All right, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe, leave comments and questions.